Havoc number 2. It's Black History Month, so I'm going to take a walk on the wild side with this one. Alright, so in case you guys aren't aware, there was actually an African samurai, and I'm going to read this to you now. I had to Google it because I couldn't remember the guy's name, but his name is Yusuke, or Yasuke. Alright, so I'm going to give you what this page has, and then we're going to go into other things on Yusuke. Alright, so African samurai, enjoying the legacy of a black warrior in feudal Japan. Yusuke was a slave turned samurai from Africa who lived in Japan in the 16th century. When feudal Japan was the most powerful warlords, Nobunaga Oda met Yusuke, a black slave turned retainer, in 1581. He believed the man was a god. That's because he never saw a black man before. Go Yusuke. Alright, so here we have the cartoon Afro Samurai was based on Yusuke. It says once started combining these efforts with those of the elements of the samurai, he eventually developed Afro Samurai. Afro was also based on Yusuke, the legendary black samurai who existed in Japan during the Sengoku. I totally misspelled that, or totally mispronounced that. Sengoku. Sengoku period. Or Sengoku. If you say it fast, it sounds more exciting. Now, alright, and another thing was Yusuke was the black samurai. Was the name? Yeah, Yusuke was a black samurai. Origin. He served under several Japanese hegmons and warlords. Oda Nobunaga, 1581 to 1582, named the name Yusuke was granted to him by Nobunaga, although why was unclear. Alright. What race was the first samurai? They were all Japanese. So, anyway, wanted to give you guys that because female samurai did exist. Yes, they existed, you dumbasses. Sometimes you go too deep into Google and it'll take you completely off track. As far as I know, there was no black female samurai. Alright. Now, we're going to go into Yusuke. You can find a lot of information on him by going to the YouTube channel Kings and Generals, and it will give you the full story of Yusuke. But what I'm going to give you is the fact that he was black, he was a samurai, and he knew Nobunaga. Now, Nobunaga is one of the most famous samurais that ever existed, so if you don't know anything about Nobunaga, you should go Google that. Him and the Ida clan, all of those guys are pretty famous. So you should probably go check them out, and that's why I'm in the pants with the martial art guy on him. So, there's a ton of kicks and horse stances and other things in there, and I just wanted to put them on so when I was doing this Black Samurai thing. Now, it is very rare that a person from another country is even often given the consideration to become a samurai or a Shaolin, especially if you were not Asian. So this was a big honor, but since he was the first slave that they had ever seen, the first black man that they had ever seen in Asia, this made him special. It also probably scared a lot of people because he was a freaking giant compared to them, because he was anywhere between 6 and 6.5 feet tall. While at that time, the average Japanese man was lucky if they saw 5'11". So this just goes to show you that his massive size above all the other Asians is one of the main reasons why everybody feared him. If you ever played the game Dynasty Warriors, you'll understand how big Lu Bu is compared to everyone else, because Lu Bu is like the biggest Chinese guy in the game and the most deadliest one in the game. So if you ever understand that, then you will understand how Yusuke works when he stood next to Japanese men. It would kind of be like me standing next to The Rock, or Elegante, or Yao Ming, or Shaq. This way I'm covering every race, so that no one thinks that I'm just being specific about black guys. But this is a Black History Month thing. So the thing about Yusuke that also made him so dangerous is that he was incredibly skilled with the sword as well as regular hand-to-hand combat. Because again, the fact that he was African and nobody had ever seen his stuff before kind of made him an enigma. Now, factually, I'm probably all wrong. Alright? That's why I gave you the place to go to in the beginning of this video. But just think way back in 15, whatever the hell I said, did you have this gigantic of a man swinging a katana. And he's like almost 7 feet tall. It's not a lot of little samurais could do about that at the time. And this is the part where superior fighting skill comes in just in case. But you should know that there has not been another black samurai that I know of personally. I could be wrong, but Yusuke is the only one in history that is actually in Japanese history books. Alright, that being said, because I'm totally screwing this up, we're going to end this video right here, right now. Thank you guys for watching. It's Kung Fu Havoc number 2. Be seeing you.